Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mags. I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. So tomorrow night, 7:45 at St James's Park, sees Newcastle take on Crystal Palace in the third round tie of the Carabao Cup. This is a game that I was hoping to attend, but unfortunately, the game has been a complete and utter sellout. So I won't be able to attend this game with my family, but I will be sitting and watching it at home, and hopefully we can progress through into the fourth round. It's a Premier League game, even though it is in the Cup, it is against a Premier League side. We do have the advantage though, thanks to it being at St James's Park, 7:45 under the lights as well. So Crystal Palace are going to be, up against it like most teams are when they play at St James's Park under the lights. And this game as well will be a sellout. Like I say, it'll be played in front of the largest crowd at St James's Park in the history of this competition. That record currently, of course, stands at 49,902, who witnessed a semi-final victory over Spurs back in January of 1976. So quite a while ago, well before my time, of course. The winners, like I say, do advance through into the fourth round. So be it, us or Crystal Palace, whoever wins this game will, of course, go through into the fourth round. And them ties, of course, will be played during the week commencing Monday, December 19th, of course, as we do have the World Cup break coming up after that game against Chelsea coming up as well. So, that'll be a week before the Premier League resumes after the, of course, World Cup in Qatar. But, the fourth round draw will take place on Thursday night following the Manchester United versus Aston Villa game. So keep an eye out on Thursday night after that game if Newcastle do progress through. Or, any Palace fans that are watching, if Palace progress through, then do keep an eye out for, of course, the draw after that game of Manchester United versus Aston Villa. There will be, of course, some players missing for Newcastle in this one. Now, an illness should see Callum Wilson dropping out of the starting lineup, while the likes of Maxi, John Joe Shelvey, Javier Manquillo, Jamal Lascelles, Jamal Lewis, Matt Target, Elliot Anderson, Ryan Fraser, Joe Linton, and Chris Wood all are up for a shout to be recalled into the squad for this game. Alexander Isak, Matt Ritchie and Paul Dummett remain out, along with long-term absentee Emil Kraft. Of course, it's just unfortunate that them lads are having to miss this absolutely fantastic run that we are on at the moment. Of course, Newcastle kick off the League Cup campaign with a 2-1 victory over, of course, Tranmere Rovers down in Liverpool, a tie that saw, of course, Carl Darlow play his only game so far this season. And speaking on, of course, Tuesday, Howe gave a little away as to whether Nick Pope would keep his place. Fit again, Darlow would return, or there would be a debut for Loris Karius, who hasn't had a game yet for since coming in, but he might get a game in the cups. That is what we were thinking when Newcastle did bring him in, that we might play him in the cups and give Nick Pope the rest, so that he is fitter for the league as well. So Pope was in the away goal for Newcastle's last home tie in the League Cup, keeping a clean sheet in a 0-0 draw with Burnley, of course, before playing his part in a penalty shootout success for the Clarets. I was at that game, and I've got to say it was an absolutely heart-wrenching game to see. We go out on penalty shootouts, and Nicky Pope as well, in goal for Burnley that day, as I just said there, So it's crazy how fate, changes players' paths, and now Nicky Pope is in the goal for Newcastle United, going into this League Cup tie against Crystal Palace. Palace don't have any information up yet on their team, but the Eagles began their season's League Cup competition with a 2-0 success at Oxford United. Palace have already visited St James's Park this season in the Premier League, drawing 0-0 ahead of their latest Tyneside trip. They won 2-1 at West Ham on Sunday. The referee for this game will be none other than Graham Scott, a second sighting of the season for the Oxfordshire official following his handling of our 0-0 draw at Brighton in the Premier League. Scott was in charge of course, Newcastle's 2-0 win at Palace in the Premier League back in November of 2020. And VAR is not used in this competition, which is a bit of a strange one, considering that we are at a Premier League ground. There is VAR there to be used, so I don't know why VAR isn't going to be used on this one. It's a bit of a strange one, but let us know your thoughts down in the comments below as we're going into this game against Crystal Palace. 7:45 kickoff tomorrow night at St James's Park. Like I say, I would have loved to have been there with my family to see this one, but it's a complete and utter sellout. So anybody who is going, I hope you have an absolutely amazing game. I hope you enjoy yourselves there at the game as well, and I'll be tucking into this match at home with my family, seeing hopefully Newcastle come away with a win and progressing through into the 4th round of the League Cup. Also, you might have noticed behind us as well, there is 2 new additions to the channel. There will be a video coming up on the channel talking about them 2 new additions, and maybe also a giveaway for one of them. If, of course, there are certain rules in the giveaway, but maybe a giveaway in there as well. Till next time, hit that like, hit that share, and subscribe to 100% Mags, and we're on the road to 1.5k subscribers. See you all next time. How are the lads?